Playing favorites is not something that is always helpful when it comes to our relationships with one another. Hopefully, we want to give people's words a fair space so that they can be heard, considered, and responded to. That said, when it comes to young children, they are very aware of where their words hold more power and which individuals to go to so that they can be heard more easily. Let's think for a second of a time when we chose one individual over another so that our words would be heard more easily, and maybe that would lead to us getting our way. Picture this. You have a child who, in the classroom, is using a material in a way that the material may not be intended for. This child goes up to one of the teachers and asks if they are allowed to use that material in the way they want to. The teacher very kindly reminds them what the materials are for and asks them to please use them in that way. The child goes back to play for a little while, but then you see the child go to another teacher and ask the exact same question. The other teacher says the exact same thing, that the materials are used for XYZ, so please use them in that way. After a while, the child finally comes up to you and asks if they can use the materials the way they want to. What would you do in this situation? As you've seen this child jump from teacher to teacher, ask them if they are allowed to use the materials in a way that, unfortunately, is not allowed. In this moment, when the child came up to ask me, I have considered to say yes. Having said that, my words in this moment have a big impact on how the child sees me, sees the other teachers, and sees our relationships within the classroom. Ultimately, within our community, whether it be in a classroom, our families, our neighbors, our words have a lot of importance, and our words say a lot about who we are and how we see one another. If I were to say to the child, yeah, sure, it's okay, just go do it, that's showing this child that one, they can come to me and ask, and I'll probably allow it. But more importantly, that I think a certain way about what the other teachers have responded to this child. And so, in recognizing that we are a community and we're there to help and support one another, and so one thing that us educators use is to say to the child, you know, I heard so-and-so tell you that these materials are to be used in XYZ manner. And it's important and helpful that you respect and honor the words that so-and-so has already told you. By doing this, we are showing the child that one, as they ask that initial teacher, that those words are valid. Now, does this mean that there is no room for discussion? No. But when we create space for children to bounce from person to person, we end up undermining the other individual's relationship with the child, which then can cause future problems and future challenges that could have been avoided. And so, as educators, we're often listening to each other and our interactions with the children within the classroom, so that we can support one another and hold each other up as a team. This way, it sets clear and tangible boundaries for the children so that they know that all the teachers are on the same page and all the teachers are there to help one another. By doing this, this actually then allows for space for discussion in the future, because you end up having a level playing ground for everybody to come talk, instead of having some teachers be on different levels of the playing field with the different individuals that are playing. When children come and use language like, well, so-and-so says I can do this, and so-and-so says I can do that, then it puts the teacher in a very tough and uncomfortable situation. And so, when we support and honor each other's words, then we are exemplifying to the children that everybody's words are valid and deserve to be honored. From that, then future opportunities of discussion and collaboration and teamwork can then be built upon this foundation that is being formed. Children, instead of having uneven understandings of the individuals that they are with, and especially the adults they are with, they then are presented with a very clear understanding of what is expected, which then supports them to go back and think about how they can engage differently in a way that respects and honors the individuals they're engaging with. As they do so, this then lays down foundations in different areas of their lives, different relationships and interactions that then help them to continue to watch, think, be.